run it for you first. This is AJAX master slave drop down, this whole story. Let us suppose we click on this master and you will see desktop, laptop, 2 items and a select item, and in the slave there is nothing. But when I select desktop, then an AJAX call goes to the server side and it brings the data for the desktop. Similarly, if I click on laptop, the data for the laptop is obtained from the server side. Now, how is this implemented? Let me first of all discuss that theory with you. To understand this, what we have to do is let us see what we have. We have this drop down. First of all, this drop down already has its all the items pre-filled. So desktop, laptop, select, all these items are already filled into this master drop down. Each item has an ID. An ID is also decided in advance. Now, the JavaScript side selection change event, the selection change event of each drop down is connected to an AJAX call. That AJAX call sends an ID to the server side, and server, it receives that ID, and corresponding to that ID it sends you data. Then that data is populated in this slave drop down. So this is what occurs in the most simple words. But let me first of all go into a bit details of what is actually happening. I'll close this project. I'll close this project first, and let us come to this one. Let us suppose this is your server side function that receives your AJAX call. I'm just writing it fx, otherwise it will be on get something, and this function will send you a JSON result. That also we know, but this time this result will be a list of items. Each item will have two things. One is an ID, the other is the value. So let us say it sends an item called Dell. Corresponding to Dell there will be some ID and some value and also some display name. You can say some display name will also be there. So this means that the collection that has to be sent by this JSON result, the collection, it will consist of items that have further properties. Now these properties, they will be used to create a drop down list on the client side. So this is a complex item that is being sent, a collection of complex items, and that collection will be used to fill the drop down on the client side. The question is how to send a complex collection through JSON result. In all the examples that we have discussed earlier, we sent a string, but this time we have a complex collection, and let us see how do we send that complex collection to the client side. For that, we will create a C# list of let us say our object is called slave item, and then we add items to this list based on the ID that is received, some database query. So the list is filled. So once you have the list, then what we do is we write new JSON result, and to this, instead of a string, we will pass JSON serializer dot serialize. So this is a static function of JSON serializer dot serialize, and pass this list to this serialize. So this part will take care of converting the whole list into a JSON string. This JSON string is now sent to the client side. So what happens on the client side? On the client side, when you parse your data, I will just come to the code in a moment. There what we will have, we will receive, let us say the data is called, we'll run a for each on this data because this data is a collection. We will run a for each, and each item now it will have the same properties that we sent from the server side. Item.id, item.name, whatever, all those properties, they will be available on the client side. So this is how the whole thing is going to occur. I'll just